Hello, good morning. How's everyone doing? I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. I found it really hard to wake up this morning. I'm just feeling sluggish, but I'm okay. If you're a new viewer, welcome in. My name's Charlotte. It's nice to have you here. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. You've probably all guessed, it's very obvious, but we are back with another product empties video. I haven't done one in ages. I checked and I think the last one I did was around August time. So we are nearing on like 4 months worth of product empties, and we've overflowed out of my usual holder into a carrier bag as well. So there's a lot to go through today. A little bit of an intro to these videos if you haven't seen them before. If you have seen them before, this bit is always very boring and probably is quite repetitive, but important. So let me just get into the housekeeping. This is a lot of plastic. It is across a 2-person household. We share some of the products, not all of them obviously, but I am conscious of that. Some of it is new. It's like the classic things that I rebuy. So we're looking at like soaps, face cleansers, etc. Majority of it is me trying to work through my beauty cupboard. I've been doing a project pan for a really long time now. I was a little bit of a beauty hoarder back when I was younger and had a little bit less money. I stockpile quite a lot. It's something I do. I just get worried about running out of things. And a lot of it is things like Christmas presents. Some of it's gifting. I'll come back to that in a second. But yeah, I'm just working my way through what I've got. I don't think this is a normal amount of stuff to have. Let me close the blind. I don't really think this is like a super normal amount of stuff to have. And perhaps we're just not used to seeing all of our rubbish. Like I mentioned, because of my job, some of the stuff in here is products that have been gifted to me. I will always tell you when it's an item that's been gifted. And when I say gifted, I mean from a company, not like a Christmas gift or anything like that. Like the brand has sent it to me. And how it works for me at least, I can't say this is the case for all influencers and content creators, is that when I get gifted stuff, it is gifted to me with no obligation to post or even to try really. Obviously I do because I'm very grateful. So any brands that I mention in today's video that have sent their products to me, they've not sent me the product in exchange to be like featured in this video. So yeah, that's just a bit of transparency. I think it's important to say. And actually I'll never let the free items stand in the way of giving you an honest review. On this note, I am in two minds about continuing these videos because I try really hard to not make my videos product centric, and so that means I only have about like 4 of these videos a year. I do a couple of favorites videos, but I don't know, something just feels a bit icky about filming them, even though I know people like them. Let me know what you think, because I think it's just me being self-conscious about the content that I'm putting out there into the world, and I don't want to like encourage people to go out and buy loads of stuff. But then at the same time, if someone buys a product because of like a careful review, I think that's okay. I don't know. I just don't know if the internet needs another influencer showing off like a box full of plastic that she's used up and telling you what she thinks about it. Do you know what I mean? I think it's fine if people want to make those videos. There's something like weighing on my conscience about like this. But I'm also feeling very sensitive at the moment. I'm very conscious about the work that I do and what I put out there. So if you would like to continue to see them, let me know. If you think there's a better way I could be doing this, let me know. I think maybe in the new year, I could make a bit of a pledge about the products I use moving forward, or like the volume, or I do need to switch over to cruelty-free products next year. You know what I'm trying to get at. This is really annoying. Anyway, I'll stop rambling now because it's boring to hear me talk about myself for ages. I think I am just being self-conscious because these videos tend to attract a few more viewers than I am usually used to on my channel. And I guess I only upload them a few times a year, so really I'm not doing this like on a monthly basis. Without further ado, I think we'll get started. So how these videos work is I do quite a quick fire system. So do I like the product? Yes or no? Would I rebuy the product? Yes or no? If it's gifted, I will say whether I would rebuy it with my own money. And I think we're just gonna work our way through it. This is a mix of home fragrance, hair stuff, body care, face stuff. There's not much makeup ever in these because it takes me ages to get through makeup. So these are the West Lab Sleep bath salts. I got these from Home Sense. £3.49. I love Home Sense. Lavender, jasmine and valerian. I do like these. I really like West Lab products. I am a big fan of baths in general. I need a new bath pillow actually, because I don't have one anymore. I can't really speak to how effective it is in terms of sleep because baths always help me fall asleep well, but I don't know if the valerian in this is actually capable of being absorbed through the skin, but it is really nice. It does say don't use it for pregnant or breastfeeding, but that's probably because there's valerian in it. I really like these. I think they're a solid buy, good price. I would rebuy them. I'm just going to go in a random order today. I'm not going to try keep it grouped, and you'll probably will see a lot of stuff in here that I always rebuy, such as this one, which is the L'Oreal Elvive 8-second Wonder Water. I really like this. It's like a lamella conditioner, so you put it on after you've washed your hair. You put it through the ends and it like warms up and you just rinse it out, and I really like this. I will always rebuy this because whenever I don't have this in my routine or something similar, I really notice a difference. I just feel like it's a nice end product to have on my hair. It's got a really nice like smoothing effect. My hair feels very silky when I use this. Anyway, I do like this. I would rebuy it. The Revolution Super Hold Super Fix setting spray. This is a matte setting spray, ultra matte finish. I quite like this. I've been using this for a really long time. I'm not sure how I feel about it anymore. I'm pretty nonplussed towards setting sprays. I use them because I feel like it's a good idea, but I don't feel like any of them, other than one in here, is really making a huge difference. I'm such an oily person that I think I can't realize the difference a lot of the time between if something's matte and if something's like ultra dewy. I don't think that once I surpass the 4-hour wear test mark, there is much going on for me that I notice in my skin. Basically, I just have to use powder to blot away anything, or blotting pads. So I do really like this. I think this is one of the better setting sprays I found. So I'm gonna say I do like it and I would rebuy it, but it's because I'm not enamored with any particular setting spray. I know that's like not a very good way to be, like why just not skip it? I do feel like it does something for me, but it's just not amazing. For me, this is very much the best of a bad bunch. I think I've spoken about this on my channel before on the last video, because I had a multi-pack, but I put the whole box in because I finished the last one. These are the Torridon Balance Full face masks. I got these when I was in Japan. They're like a centella hydrating face mask, sheet mask type thing. I really, really like these. I usually use the simple sheet masks, just like the plain, you know, like these are the little mix ones. They're just like the extra hydrating ones that are like £2. I love those. I don't do a sheet mask very often. I maybe do one once a quarter, unless my skin is feeling super, super dry. It's usually when the seasons transition that I'll do one. After I've been traveling, after I've been on a plane, that kind of thing, or if I've been in the sun a lot. And I really like these. There was 5 in the pack. Was there 5 or was there 3? It says there was 3, but I'm pretty sure there was 5. I only bought the 1 pack when I was in Japan because there were so many face masks and I just was really overwhelmed. I knew Torridon was a good brand. Obviously Torridon's a Korean brand. I got it in a K-beauty store. I really like them. I would rebuy them. I think these are really reasonably priced. I got them for even cheaper in Japan, but I've had a look at them here, and while it's still maybe a bit more than I would usually spend on masks, I really like these enough that a mask is like a treat for me. I don't feel like I need to do a sheet mask all the time. So yes, I do really like these. I would rebuy them. I think they're really hydrating. I really like centella in products. I think it's a really great product for my skin. I love you, Torridon. Original Source Creamy Vanilla and Raspberry Hand Soap. This smells so fucking good. This is a great scent as like a body wash as well. I just really wanted it as a hand soap because I wanted something fruity, and this was in the summer, I think. I've got some water in it. I need to clean all of these empties out. Bog standard, really. I just didn't know what hand soap to get. I ordered it on my food shop. It's such a boring thing to have hand soap in, but what if I come across a really nice hand soap that I want to tell you about? So I have to tell you about it, right? Do I like this? Yes. Would I rebuy this? Yes. It's just like a very bog standard number. Right, I'm sticking with body care because that's what's on the top. This is in every single video I do, really. Let's be real. It's the Dettol Original Bar Soap. I just love it. This is going to be a short one because you know I love this. You know I'd always rebuy it with my own money. I get a 2-pack from Savers. I just love the smell. I've been out of it for a while actually because I've been using up some other soaps that I had because I have a lot of bar soap and I've been missing her dreadfully, dreadfully. I'll stick with bar soap actually because I have this one. This is from a brand called Clean. They're a local business to me from Sussex, and they do really nice plastic-free, all organic-y, very natural vibe soap on a rope products, and they're absolutely stunning, and they actually have a very beautiful range of scents. This is the second one I've had from them, and I was saving this one for the summer and then I forgot about it because it's lemon verbena, tangerine, black pepper essential oil. This is Get Lucky, the soap is called, and I just remembered that these were gifted to me. I had 2, so the last one I used a long time ago. So they were gifted to me but with no obligation to post. And to be honest, if you're going to go for any brand that's in this box, I would recommend going for a small brand, a local business, and a brand with a really good like plastic-free ethos. Me and the owner actually had a really constructive conversation over DMs because I'd posted something about my empties, and this was prior to them sending it to me actually, where they challenged me on the amount of plastic that I had. I responded. I was like, I'm not going to be defensive about this, and we had a really good conversation. So yeah, I like a business that stands up for what they believe in. It looks beautiful. Go on their website because I've used it up already. One thing I noticed about these is I have a lot of bar soap, and I kind of always end up going back to this one because I find that scented bar soaps don't really carry a scent through on my skin for the rest of the day. I've never really had much luck with that. I was using this one and I was sat at my desk and I had my arm up like this, and I was like, I could like smell my arm, and I was like, my arm smells so good. Like, what is it? I was like, oh, there's like a black peppery, like essential oily scent. And I was trying to think if I had any perfume on, and I hadn't put perfume on that day because I wasn't leaving the house. And I realized it was my soap. So I think this scent carries through a lot more than the previous scent I had. I can't remember the name of it, but this definitely lasts on my skin a lot longer. I really like this product and I would purchase it with my own money. I think we'll do some home fragrance now. This is a Yankee candle. It's a Woodwick one. I'm confused because they used to sell these in Yankee. Brand Woodwick or Yankee. This is obviously sooty as hell. This is a wood smoke candle. It's one of those crackling ones. I scraped the wax out and put it in a wax melter because I wasn't enjoying the wick anymore. I have a story about these that I'm going to get into, and I think I'm going to sound a bit intense, but I would would love to know anyone else's experience, because I think I've always known that like some candles aren't very good for you, and I'm quite like a conscious person about that kind of stuff. I do think the term clean beauty is a sham and an unregulated industry, so I'm not going to use words like clean versus toxic, but I know that paraffin candles aren't the best for you. And I really like wood wick candles. I think the crackling is so cozy. But hear me out. I might be being crazy, so I'm open to this. I moved in to this flat and I had this candle and I hadn't burned it in ages because I'd lost it in the move, and then I found it. I'm burning it and burning it. And after a few weeks, obviously you can see we have like really high ceilings. We've got quite a big flat. I'm looking at our washing machine and I'm putting the stuff in the drawer, and I notice there's like black kind of like chalky marks on the inside of the drawer, and I try like scrape it off with my finger and it's really hard to get off. It like just smudges, and I think, oh, that's odd. So I take out the drawer, I wash it. It's really hard to get off. And then I notice a few weeks later, the inside of our fridge, all up the back wall of the fridge, has like same black substance on it. And the outside of our fridge, where we like go to open it, you can see all our like fingerprints in it. And I think, oh my God, we're dirty. Like this is dirty as hell. I'm like cleaning it off. It's really hard to get off. It comes off with like rubbing alcohol, basically. Cleaned out the inside of the fridge, and a few weeks pass and this grime like builds up again. But I notice it's only on white goods in our kitchen. It's not on the walls. It's not on anything else. I'm like doing some research because this is my first time with like all brand new appliances products. I'm like, have I done something wrong? Is it me? Am I like not cleaning? I thought it was mold in my fridge, so I like cleaned it all out. I thought, oh my God, we're disgusting. Is this something that people are like not telling us about? Tried really hard to like make sure there was like no moldy food in the fridge. There obviously wasn't. I clean out my fridge really regularly. Anyway, I start doing some research because I'm only burning one type of candle, and I noticed if I don't trim the wick, soot builds up all on the outside. The candle was burning down too low for me to trim the wood wick, and it just creates a lot of soot. I look it up thinking there must be a reason that it's only attracted to the white goods, but then was thinking, but the white goods are really far away from where the candle is burning. And basically I think I did some research on Reddit and it was never quite confirmed, and I know research on Reddit is like funny, isn't it? But it was never quite confirmed, but a lot of people were saying that there's some particles in soot and in the air and in like carbon that will like become sticky with white goods and like the plastic in white goods. Quite a few people had said it's candle soot, and that's why it's not showing up everywhere. Obviously it will build up in time over the walls. So anyway, I did a little test. I stopped using this for months. I cleaned up everything. Really fucking hard to get off the white goods, by the way, because it's like inside the drawer. Anyway, and then I started burning the candle again and it built up again. If I didn't burn the candle, it didn't build up. So I'm freaked out because I'm thinking it's going like inside me. And I realized that I just don't think these are very good for you. Obviously there's lots more pollutants, but it just made me feel really cognizant of this. So I scraped out the rest and put it in a wax burner. I don't have to like burn the wick at least, because I love the smell of this. I didn't want to waste it. Anyway, I've stopped buying the wood wick ones and I'm going to try move on to beeswax candles and stuff like that. I have a lot of Christmas candles, so I think I'm going to make that switch. Is this really boring? It's one of those battles that like you should pick and choose. I just love the smell of all my like funny, silly little candles. It's never like really occurred to me before that I should be a bit more discerning about what candles I choose to buy. I know that a lot of people do it, but I kind of just hadn't really given it much thought until this was collecting up the sides of my fridge, inside my fridge where I eat my food. That aside, I love the smell of this. Wood smoke, my favorite smell. Would I rebuy it? No. And that's that. Let's keep going. This is a face mask that I had from Japan. Kept the package. I just thought it looked so lovely. It was in like this fold up paper. I can't remember where I got it. And it was like a rice water face mask. It was really nice. I really liked it. Very hydrating. I just bought one because it was kind of like a novelty purchase for me. I think I got it when I was in Osaka. I could be wrong though. I was saving it for a rainy day, and then I realized we don't save our stuff for rainy days. We just use it because life is short. I do like this. I would rebuy it if it was immediately available to me. I don't think I'd go out of my way to like try ship it from Japan online, but if I saw them again, I think it was a good quality face mask. I liked the ingredients. The shop was beautiful, and it's just beautiful paper. I think I might keep this to like scrapbook or something. Oh, let's do some makeup. I think I'll keep this to scrape this out. A lot of these products I'll like come back to and cut open. This is the Clinique Black Honey. I was gifted this. This is probably my second or third one. I really love this product. It's what I'm wearing today. You can't really see. I've got a lip liner on with it. It's just a perfect kind of sheer berry tinted lip balm. I always revisit this. It was gifted to me, but I really wanted to try it, and now I'm very much a firm fan, so I keep rebuying it. I think I'm on my fourth one, and I think 3 of them were gifted and 1 of them I bought with my own money. This one was a gifted one, but I absolutely love it. The one thing I will say about it is I don't think it is maybe the most nourishing and hydrating formula, so I generally tend to use it with a lip liner and then a gloss or a balm over the top. It's quite a thin formula, and when I say thin, I mean that it's packable. the color is packable and buildable, but it doesn't like penetrate and nourish my skin, but it does feel balmy. I wouldn't like to really wear this as a standalone product. And I still have some of their like lip and cheek oil, which is really nice to go over the top actually, because that kind of does what I want it to do in terms of like the balm and the gloss. If you followed me a long time, you know I'm very, very picky and fussy about my lip balms and glosses. So I love the color of this. I've tried to go for other dupe type brands or similar things that do like a tinted lip balm, and I've just never really liked them. Burt's Bees Pomegranate is very similar color wise, but I hate Burt's Bees product. I've just never really found one I like, but I will keep persevering and trying because they're a good brand. This is like an everyday lip for me. So I would say, yes, I do really like this product. Yes, I would rebuy it with my own money, and I have, even though this specific one was gifted to me. On to some hair care. I have the OGX Rosemary and Mint Refreshing Scalp Shampoo. I really didn't like this. Not really how I wanted it to smell though. It's very strongly scented. It smells like a sugary peppermint, like candy cane type thing. It's supposed to be like a clarifying shampoo. I'm really big into a clarifying, a mint, a eucalyptus, you know, like a detox shampoo. I really like to use them after I've had slick backs or had a lot of product in my hair, because I don't wash my hair more than once or twice a week. I get quite a lot of build up. So yeah, I always love to try out a new clarifying shampoo. This was horrible. It didn't smell great for me. It didn't lather up very well. I don't feel like it really cleaned my hair that well. It just was hard work to use. And I know that sounds ridiculous to say about a shampoo. It didn't even feel like stripping or anything. And I don't want it to feel stripping, but it just wasn't a great product. And it wasn't about the actual product. It was about like the user experience. The smell wasn't great. The texture just wasn't really getting in where I needed it to go. I felt like I had to use a lot of it to get a decent lather or to get it through my hair, because I obviously have a lot of hair. So I don't like this. I wouldn't rebuy it. I think if you're looking for a nice clarifying shampoo, the Aveeno apple cider vinegar blend is a really good range. I really like Aveeno shampoo products. On to some perfume. I'm really sad that I've run out of this. It's lasted me like a year though. I've managed to make it last. It is the Maison Margiela Replica by the Fireplace perfume. I just love this so much. I got this for Christmas. If you are a big smoky perfume, woody perfume, leather, very, very smoky, but dries down into something a bit sweeter. It's got quite like a girlish note behind it, a little bit of sticky toffee vanilla, something just at the back that catches. I have a small one left. I got like a little gift set type thing, so I think I'll probably pour it into here because I like the atomizer. It's like a gift set with a travel one, like a long one for your handbag, and a little bottle. So I'm going to pour the bottle into here, I think, and keep this. But absolutely beautiful. I think a lot of people don't like this because of the level of smoke, and I would agree that it's probably not for everyone. I think a good alternative to this is Jazz Club. They're quite different fragrances, but I think Jazz Club is maybe a bit more universally palatable. But I love me a smoky, sexy, sweet, sultry, spicy fragrance, and this is it for me. This was a Christmas gift from Doug, but I love it and I absolutely would rebuy it. I'm gonna ask for a new perfume for Christmas, but I don't know what I want. So the thing is, I love perfumes. I just never really buy them for myself because I like really resent spending that much money on perfume, even though I love it so much. It's like one of my hobbies. It's not often I buy the same perfume twice either, because there's just so much good stuff to try. Garnier Micellar Water. I always have this. I just have it in for a bit of everything. I use it to just clean off my face. I don't use it to take off my makeup. I don't think it's very good at taking makeup off, but I just like it as a layer. I feel like this is so bog standard. I don't know what else to say about it. This was gifted to me, but I've been buying it long before it was gifted to me. I have rebought since, so I do like this and I would rebuy it. It's just micellar water, you know? What else can we say? This is the Bulldog Shower Gel, Vetiver and Black Pepper. This is a layering shower gel for me. This has been on my channel before, but this and this, delicious. I like to use a soap and then a scented shower gel because I feel like this by itself isn't doing much for me. So use a bar soap first, African exfoliating net. Start using nets and flannels to wash your body, people. Your hand is not cutting it. Your hand with a bit of shower gel in it is not cutting it. I say that with all the love in the world, by the way. I'm not saying that with shame. And obviously take that with a bit of nuance if you have like a skin condition, which means you can't use bar soap or like exfoliant cloths. I'm not talking about you. This is a second shower gel, really, really nice, very, very wintry. It's a really nice, woody, oaky, spicy smelling shower gel. It's from Boots. It's really cheap. It is in the men's section, but I don't think fragrance necessarily should stick within the gender binary, but I guess it's so you know where to look in the shops. I will say it's just quite a bog standard shower gel. So in terms of like scent carrying throughout the day, it's quite good, but it's not amazing. It's just kind of what you expect for the price point. But I do really, really like it. And it's just a really nice olfactory experience in the shower. I'm big about making shower times fabulous, cozy and lovely. So I do like this and I would rebuy it. This is the H&B Cosmetics Soft Focus Loose Powder in the shade 02 Translucent. This is gone, gone, gone. I ripped out the plastic layer that's like the grid that stops all the powder coming out. So I used to live and swear by this. This has been in my videos for a long time. It lasts me a really long time. It's a really good price. I used to use the Laura Mercier and I just kind of thought everyone was lying about liking loose powder because I didn't like the Laura Mercier one, and considering it was so expensive, I was a bit miffed. I'm not great with makeup. I'm not like a makeup girly. I know what I like. I know how to do my own, but I'm not buying into all the new stuff. I don't use enough makeup to get through it quickly. I don't have a huge collection. I don't really do eye makeup. So I like face makeup and I think I know what's good. I really, really liked it. It was the first loose powder I'd ever really enjoyed, and I've probably rebought it about 5 or 6 times. Recently, the game has changed. They were sold out of this for a really long time, so I bought the pressed one. Turns out I don't hate powder. I just needed a pressed powder. I love my H&B pressed powder, and I know that this is not that, but this is why I'm saying that I like this. I probably won't rebuy it moving forward because I'm obsessed with my pressed powder. Do I think this is a very good loose powder? Yes, I really like it. But wow, I've been converted to pressed powder, so I probably wouldn't rebuy this for that reason. It's not a slight on the product, it just speaks to my preference. Does that make sense? Beauty of Joseon Glow Replenishing Rice Milk Toner. Beauty of Joseon, you've done it again. I am like fully converted. Nearly all my products now for skincare are Beauty of Joseon. We're getting there, we're going that way. I think toner is one of those things that is not necessary in your skincare routine. Shoot me, I just think it's a nice to have. I don't think everyone needs toner. I don't need toner, but what I will say is I like thin layers of hydration now and building them up instead of one really thick, occlusive moisturizer or night cream. And if you'd have asked me that a year ago, I would have said the complete opposite. But I enjoy Beauty of Joseon products so much that I wanted more. I wanted more, and I thought, let me try get this because I've seen good things about it. I was a bit hesitant because toner can run out quite quickly and it's just another thing to buy. Sorry, itchy face. It's just another thing to buy, isn't it? I don't need a lot of this. It lasts me a really long time. I probably only need like 1 or 2 shakes of it and it covers my whole face. I just pat it in. Really, really, really like this. Gagged, like really, really like it. It's a beautiful thin texture. You have to shake it up. Some days if I'm feeling a bit lazy or I don't have a lot of time, I will just do this and the serum and I won't moisturize because I feel like that's enough. And it just makes me feel very, very refreshed. I think this lasted me about 2 months, 3 months maybe, which I was really impressed with because if I'd have gotten through this in like 2 weeks, I would have been a bit pissed. I might as well just talk about other bits of skincare I've got from Beauty of Joseon while we're here actually. I really desperately need them to do a bigger size of this glow serum because this is my favorite as well. Glow serum, propolis and niacinamide. I go through this like it's going out of fashion. I think I've thrown some of these away because I usually have a lot more. I just love this serum. I think it's really, really good. You don't need a lot. Again, I do this, then I wait for it to soak in, then I do this, and then I sometimes do a moisturizer, which I haven't run out of yet. But this to me, so good. A full convert, and I think finally Beauty of Joseon is the thing that's really ever made me feel like my skin is not just okay and like doing well, but it's like looking good and it's glowing, especially when I have no makeup on. I think the niacinamide in this really helps keep the blemishes away. I do really like both of these products and I would rebuy them in a heartbeat. This is some deodorant. This is Wild deodorant. This is the grapefruit and lime one. I've been a Wild deodorant user for a long time, but I will say recently I did some work with them. I did some paid work with them over on Instagram. That was very organic for me because I've been talking about Wild for a very long time on my channel. This wasn't gifted to me. I bought this one, but just so you have the context that I have previously worked with them, I think that's only fair to let you know. I really like Wild. There is about 2 deodorants I like, and it's Act, KT, you know, that brand Act in the tube, and it's Wild. I liked the smell of it. I will say I don't think all of these deodorants are created equally in terms of like the scent and the flavor. So I think at the moment, actually, my favorite flavor is the sea salt one. Then it's the coconut and vanilla. And then I think it's amber and oud in terms of efficacy and like how nice it smells, but also how well it's protecting me. I know a lot of you don't have good experiences with natural deodorant or Wild, and that's fine. That's okay. Different strokes for different folks. Every time I've done these videos, I get so many people like shouting at me saying that the Wild is so terrible, and it's like, okay, but for you. I think the scent of this was really nice, but yeah, like I said, in terms of efficacy, I think this is probably one of the lower down ones for me. So I'm currently using the sea salt one again, and I just think it works a lot better for me, which is a shame because I like the scent. So I do like this scent, but I don't like the efficacy in the product, so I wouldn't rebuy it, specifically in this flavor. I do feel like the box today is overwhelmingly positive. I mean, it just goes to show I've not been using anything that I don't really like. I've got a lot of hair care to get through, so I'm going to whip through some hair care. This is the And Honey Melty Moist repair conditioner. I got this in Japan. It's a moist repair treatment. It says step 2.0. I was really scouring hair care in Japan because there was a lot to choose from, and I'd seen that this brand was really popular, but the pink color of it was best if you had like long, thick or dense hair. I'm not gonna lie, Japanese hair care absolutely fucks. It's so good. The Japanese beauty standard with a lot of hair care, and something I noticed there and spoke to a couple of the sales assistants about, was zero frizz, very sleek, very shiny, very heavy looking hair. It's so humid over there. My hair was literally like frizzy all the time, but there's this very keratin treatment, glossy vibe over there. Everyone's hair there didn't look out of place. It was very obvious there was like a homogenous aesthetic for hair. And I mean, it's made more obvious by the fact that there isn't diversity in hair texture over there, but everyone's hair was very, very like perfectly placed. So a lot of their products are kind of highly moisturizing, anti-frizz. And I really liked this. This makes my hair very, very sleek, very shiny, very gorgeous. It's quite thin, but it goes a long way and it makes my hair feel really nourished. I really like this. And someone did tell me you can buy these, I think on Starvana. You just have to wait for them to come for quite a while. I don't know if I will be doing that because that's quite frankly a lot of effort to go to. And I have a really big backlog of like shampoos and conditioners and stuff that have been gifted to me that I'm going to start working my way through. But it's good to know. I really liked the feel, the user experience. To have a pump is really nice for once as well. I don't know why this isn't more popular in the UK, probably because it's expensive packaging wise to do. I just really liked this. I definitely would rebuy it. I have the shampoo that I still haven't run out of yet because I use a lot more conditioner than I do shampoo. Yeah, it was a sad day when I ran out of this, but I still have more Japanese hair care products that I'm working through. So if you do go to Japan, I would really recommend getting this. But I would really recommend talking to the people in the shops that you're in actually and seeing what they would recommend on hair care, because there's loads in here. This is the Head & Shoulders Deep Cleanse Detox Shampoo. I know we don't like Head & Shoulders supposedly. This is for an oily scalp. I think Doug bought this actually. He's got really curly hair and he wanted something cleansing, and he used to like one of mine, and he was like, what should I get? So I said, just go get one that says detox or deep cleanse on it. Do you know what? This is really, really good. I mean, it's probably a bit stripping, but it makes my hair feel very, very clean. And when I say very, very clean, I know it's like semantics, and I know that your hair squeaking is actually your hair stripped, blah, 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 blah. My hair can take it. I liked this for the experience of it. I don't really care for the scent. There wasn't much going on, you know, in the scent. Great price point too, because it's Head & Shoulders. I can't even get it open to smell it. It's a citrusy type one. I think you get that a lot. It's either like a citrus or a mint or a lime or like a vinegar for a lot of detox based shampoos. I think this is good. It did the job. It was very much okay. I liked it and I would repurchase it. I get a lot of questions about my hair care, and I think it is quite clear from my videos that I'm not like particularly wed to any brands or anything. I try a lot of different stuff. I think what I'm looking for in my hair care is the purpose of the shampoo, the user experience, if it's like a really nice experience to wash your hair, because I don't like washing my hair. It's boring. It takes me ages, so I need it to be a good time. This was a good time. This wasn't a good time. Another Old Faithful that I go back to quite a lot is this one. It is the L'Oreal Paris Elvive Dream Length. My hair is just long, by the way. I don't think this is necessarily particularly helping my hair grow, because I get a lot of questions about what I do to have like good length on my hair, and I don't want to misinform you by saying, even though this is good, I don't think it particularly overly contributes to length of hair growth. That sounds really cynical and really negative, but I just wouldn't want anyone to buy lengthening products because I've endorsed them, but I'm not endorsing it for long hair. Does that make sense? I like this product. It has got glitter in it, which is a bit weird, like micro glitter. I love the smell of this range. That's one thing. The smell of this range, oh my God, it's so intoxicating to me, and I think that's why I keep going back to it. I like the shampoo of this range very, very much. I don't like the conditioner, and I also like the Lamella water that I showed you earlier, the 8-second stuff. So I will always buy this when it's on offer because I think it just is a good bog standard one to have in the shower. I don't think it's the best at cleaning your hair, so that's why I tend to get something like this for the first shampoo, but I do alternate this because I think if I use this for too long of a period, it does build up on my hair a little bit. But I love using it and I love the actual shampoo. I'm just one of those people that likes to swap out my shampoos quite frequently, because I think especially with these shine restoring dream length, anything that has this like smoothing effect to it, I think it deposits a bit of a residue on the shaft of the hair. I'm not a scientist, I don't know that that's true. Maybe I'm just oily as hell and my hair gets greasy very quickly. But I think if you use this consistently, it's a good idea to use something like this that will just kind of take it back. I do like this. I would rebuy it. We're still going on hair care. This is the Lee Stafford Illuminate and Shine Anti-Humidity Treatment. This is for all hair types, and it's humidity protection shine, and it's an anti-frizz treatment that is heat activated. So you would put this on and then blow dry your hair or heat style it, and it is a heat protectant as well. I got gifted this a long time ago. I did some paid work with Lee Stafford, so they sent this to me as part of like a big bundle of products they sent me. I did paid work with them over 2 years ago now, but I'm still working my way through a lot of my heat protection products. I like this. It's very much okay. I can't really comment on if this did a lot for my hair in terms of humidity and reducing frizz. Quite hard for me to say because I'm not very consistent with the hair products that I use. So I was using this, but maybe not every hair wash. And I did try it when I went on holiday. I'd take it with me, but I also will say that I don't follow the directions because obviously with anti-humidity and heat activated treatment, they want you to spray each section and then you usually need to blow dry them with a bit of tension, and that's not how I do my hair. Definitely this range has made my hair shinier when I'm heat treating it. I feel like it's really, really shiny after I use that, but I can't say whether it reduced my frizz very much. But also I didn't use it exactly how they wanted me to use it because I'm not doing like the downward tension blow dry thing. I like this. It was okay. I probably wouldn't rebuy it with my own money. There was another product in this range that I thought would be in this video, but I think maybe it was the last video that I really, really liked. It was their blow dry accelerator. That is much better than this. That's because I have issues with how long my hair takes me to blow dry. So yeah, can you hear the seagulls? It's really annoying. This is the setting spray I was talking about earlier. Actually, this is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 36-hour 3-second setting mist, no transfer. This is serious stuff. I saw that loads of you use this and it's like heavy duty, and I just was thinking like, why do I need a heavy duty setting spray? And then I went to go see Beyonce in the summer. It was July, it was very hot, and I was standing and I thought, oh God, dear God, no, I'm gonna need a good setting spray. So I bought this on a whim. Oh my God, my makeup is staying on. Yes, it is like spraying hairspray all over my face, but when I tell you, shit did not budge. Shit did not budge. I looked good at the end of it, and I'd been crying, sweating, I was drunk. I will say it doesn't feel very good. What I like to do, and I don't think this is necessarily a good idea either, is that I will do my makeup, powder up, I will spray my face with another setting spray that's like a glowy finish type one, and then I will repowder over the setting spray. That's a very good tip to do, just in the areas like the T-zone under the eyes, and then I go in with this, but you cannot do too much because it will make your makeup like crack and crumble and fall off, and then your shit is not budging for days. I think I could probably sleep in my makeup and it wouldn't come off. I've never felt safer in a setting spray than with this. So I won't lie, I'm not using it every day. I was only using it on like very hot days, nights out, or very long days where I didn't want my makeup to budge or I was wearing a lot. I really like this. I can see why people use it every day. I just don't wear a very heavy beat on a day-to-day basis. I really like this. I would rebuy it. It's just been sold out every single time I've gone in to the shop. This is fucking powerful. Next up is a tattoo butter. This is the Yayo tattoo butter. I am only putting this in because it was in the box. I will not be rebuying this. The owner is not a very good person. There's a lot of stuff you can find out online about their controversies and the person that owned it or used to own it and the current owners. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this, and I posted it in a recent tattoo vlog of mine. To be honest, I had finished it and I had plans to rebuy it, and then someone, my tattoo artist, kindly brought it to my attention. So I will not be getting this. But what I will say is there are plenty of tattoo butters that do a really, really similar job that are very, very good. Tattoo butters aren't particularly unique in formulation. I think a lot of the time they are a dime a dozen. But what I will recommend is if you're healing tattoos and you're not dry healing, balm or a butter, much better. Obviously the guidance changes over the years. Bepanthen is out and has been for years. But I would really recommend, if you have a few tattoos coming up, just getting one of these little tubs from like another reputable tattoo balm brand, because this lasted me like 2 years. I got this for free at the tattoo convention when I had my ear tattooed because the artist was sponsored by Yayo then, and I haven't really been that heavily tattooed over the years, the last 2 years to be honest, but it's lasted me a very long time. It goes a long way. I'm not going to be rebuying this, so shop with another brand. This is the Drunk Elephant lip balm. It's like a nice thick chunky one. I was gifted this with a bunch of Drunk Elephant products, and I love getting a lip balm. It took me a very long time to use. I'm not gonna lie, this is okay, but it's a stick lip balm, which is good because I didn't have one of those, but it's a very almost quite like thin. I think if you like a Burt's Bees type texture, you would probably really enjoy this, but I like quite a thick, I'm a Vaseline, Blistex, Laneige kind of girl, and I didn't really like the smell of this. Almost quite medical. So, I mean, it did the job, but I just had to keep applying it a lot, and I think I'm very much like a put it on once and then don't think about it for a few hours girl. I like my lip balm to be more akin to a gloss, which I think is why I don't enjoy a lot of stick lip balms. They're too thin because they obviously need to be like packed solid, but I do understand they're probably a little bit more hygienic than like a tub or a pot. But I do like this. I don't think I would rebuy it with my own money. I don't think I like it enough, but what I'm going to do actually is just search up how much it is, because I know Drunk Elephant products aren't cheap. This is £18. Okay, £18, I definitely wouldn't buy it. But next up I have these Deep Action Clear Spot Stickers. They're like a blemish spot sticker from Superdrug. I really like these. You get 36 of them. They're salicylic acid. I've always really liked the Superdrug spot stickers. I'm a really big fan of them. I don't think the clear ones are the best quality of clear. Do you know how I mean? So you know some of them are really, really thin and you can barely see them. I do feel like the clear ones don't stick that well and they don't work that well as a clear one. The spot sticker itself is actually very good. I usually use the ones that are like the flower shapes, and I feel like the design of them is a little bit thinner so they adhere onto the skin more easily. I don't have any issues with those designs coming off, but I feel like the round ones perhaps aren't big enough what I'm using them for, because I get quite bad like hormonal spots around my chin. I don't really feel like I need the clear ones. I just bought them because I thought it was quite a good thing to have, especially when I'm working from home and I'm on Teams meetings and you can't really see them, whereas the blue ones I was like taking them off. So that being said, I would say that I like these, but I wouldn't rebuy them in this specific clear blemish sticker format because I just would rather have the ones that stick on a bit better. Does that make sense? These and the COS RX ones are my favorites. Although I'm trying some new ones I bought in Japan and they are also very good. Some more makeup. This is again something that always features on my channel. This is the Revolution Micro Fine Dark Brow Pencil. It's the shade dark brown. It's really, really pointy. I haven't gone through many of these recently because I haven't been doing my brows. I usually slick them up and stuff, but since I have my fringe cut in, I just feel like my face looks a bit better with a softer brow. But I do love this product. It's very, very goated. I've been using it for years and years and years, and I'll always rebuy this one because even though it's gone up a little bit in price, it's still quite cheap. So I love this. I would always rebuy it. Aveeno Calm and Restore Nourishing Oat Cleanser, another cleanser of mine that's a big love of mine. This is my second cleanse. I just love it. It doesn't burn my face. It's really, really nice and gentle. I've used this for years. I used to use this entire range, but I don't anymore because most of my products are Beauty of Joseon except for my cleansers. It lasts me a really long time too. I only really feel like I need like one pump to wash my face. So again, I was like, there's not a lot in here, but it's because I don't need a lot. I've got one already on the go now. And then this is a brand new full one. So yeah, not much to write home about with this because I like it so much. I've told you all so many times. I feel like it's just rehashing the same old, same old. I do wish they would do refills for them. They do them in the US, but they don't do them here. And I wish they would do bigger bottles. I honestly just wish for bigger bottles of everything. I really wish that there was bigger bottles for this as well. I go through these really, really quickly. I probably buy about 2 of them a month. I could just use less product. That's an option too. Did I say that I like this and that I would rebuy it? And do? I've just been sat there talking for like 5 minutes and realised the camera wasn't recording. What I was saying is onto fragrance. This is the Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. I mentioned this in my autumn or winter favourites video. I can't remember. I think it was an autumn favourite. This is a men's fragrance. Me and Doug share it. I think it's very, very firmly unisex, but I think Viktor and Rolf make amazing fragrances. This is a very spice forward, clovey, cinnamon heavy, vanilla, tobacco, like leathery, peppery, sexy, hot cross bun of a scent. It is just so beautiful. And although this is definitely very autumnal in nature, I think this performs best on a very, very cold and crisp winter's day when the sky is clear and the extremities are freezing and about to drop off. I think this works perfectly for that. Like I said, me and Doug share it. It's like one of my favorite smells. I like both of us wearing the same perfume. I think it's hot. I don't like the design. I really don't like the packaging design. I think it's really fucking lame. It's a grenade, but what? Like what? But yeah, this is one of my favorites. Always has been, always will be. I do love this. I would rebuy it. We already have another bottle on the go. 2 of these Skin and Me daily doses. So I worked with Skin and Me on TikTok as part of like a paid partnership. So I had a couple of months free with them, but I will say I am now a paying customer. So do with that information what you will. I wouldn't carry on using it if I didn't like it. And I was given the opportunity to try it ahead of going into the paid partnership with them because I really didn't want to break out, have a rash, have an adverse reaction. This is like a monthly prescribed treatment online, you know, this kind of like online derm type thing. So this is a tretinoin. I really, really like this. I think my skin has been even more improved since I used it last. It's like a twist click. So it starts out that big and it dispenses the right amount of product for you. I really liked this for a multitude of reasons. So I didn't have a purge and I didn't have any redness, flakiness, dryness to the extreme like I have done when I've used other brands. I had like a transitionary period where my skin was really kind of sore almost. I know now that that's not normal. And I do think I was very, very insistent in my like online consultation, you know, when you like pick what you're doing, that I have very, very sensitive skin. I get burning a lot around like my nose and my eyebrows and stuff. So I was a bit scared to use one of these, but I've had no ill or adverse effects. I got a little bit dry, but not in a painful way, just that I could see that my skin was a bit dry. So I just stopped wearing makeup for a couple of days and made sure to extra moisturize apologise. But I'm still using this. I should have more. I think I just binned them. I forgot about my product empties for a minute, to be honest. So I have like 4 or 5 of these that I binned, and I've got one now that I'm using. They get sent to my door every month. It's nice and easy. I don't know if my code is still active because I think you'll get some cheap months or maybe like a free month, but I'll put the information in the description box and you can try it if you want. The code doesn't actually earn me any money. It is just like a referral system so that you get some free time, I think. Some free time or some cheap time. But yeah, I really like these actually, and I was really pleasantly surprised. To be like completely candid, I think because I'd seen so many people working with them, I was like unsure on the efficacy of that on my skin, but actually I really ended up enjoying the product. And I'm always very grateful when a skincare company allows me the time to sit down and test a product before actually deciding whether I want to continue with a collaboration or work with them. Anyway, long story short, do like Skin and Me, Daily Doser, would rebuy. I'm at the portion where I get tired and we're on the home stretch. Back onto fragrance. This is Bubble Bath by Margiela Replica. Bubble Bath is stunning. Bubble Bath is a very clean, soapy, skin-like, musky scent, and it's not something I would usually go for. So if you've heard this before, I apologise because I can't remember if this was actually in the last video and if it's just stayed in the box. I really like this to the point where I was considering buying a full-size version, because as someone that is usually this kind of fragrance person, By the Fireplace, Jazz Club, Autumn Vibes, Spice Bomb, I really like to have a cleaner option at just like one very light, very wearable scent. I think for me, this is probably more of like an office scent, an everyday scent, whereas I love those ones, but I do think it can be a bit much wearing something that heavy in the office. I can work in quite close quarters with people, and I just know that fragrance can be really awful for some people. It's like such a nice smell. It smells like a bubble bath. I know it sounds obvious, but it smells like warm and soapy skin. To me, it smells like walking into the bathroom when you're a kid and your parents have run your bath. I would love the full-size version of this. I'm going to say that I love this, and I would absolutely love to buy the full-size version of this. Even the mini version, even another sample. This is the Aveeno Calm and Restore Triple Oat Serum. There's a bit left in there. This used to be like my ride or die, and I don't like it anymore. I'm converted to Beauty of Joseon. I just think this feels like it's not giving me the level of hydration I want. Sorry, I'm looking at it because there's a little bit left in there. I tried to finish using this because I had about half a thing left, and now there's just like a few dregs, but I thought it's better to not waste a product. Also, I'd run out of my Beauty of Joseon, so I thought let's just use what we've got, and yeah, it broke me out. I think it's because obviously there's niacinamide in my Beauty of Joseon one, which prevents breakouts, but I used to love this. It's funny how the times change, skin changes, what you need changes. Even though I used to really like this, I don't really like this anymore, and I wouldn't rebuy it. Sorry. I did really like this. I'm just fully converted. I think my skin's changed as I've gotten older as well. 2 makeup products. This is impossible to see, but this is the Long Lasting Lip Stain Lip Marker by Kiko, and it is a felt tip, and it's supposed to be, oh, there's still a tiny bit left, it's dried up. It's supposed to be the color 109, and I think it's like a rosy color. I bought this because I stupidly was just like influenced. I try not to run out and buy makeup products, and I didn't know what shade to get because I'd only seen this on quite pale girls, and this was a bit too light for me for my lip. But I will say, I think this is shit. It didn't stain. It's probably because I bought the wrong color, but it didn't stain my lips well at all. The color didn't show up on me, so that is my bad because that was like a purchasing error. But it dried out really quick. Even though I stored it upside down, it just didn't have like a lot of payoff. It wasn't really doing much for my lips. It wasn't very expensive, and I used it for as long as I could, but I was just quite annoyed that it seemed to dry out so quickly. And like, to be honest, what did I expect from like a felt tip type situation? But I just really wanted a lip stain. I would be willing to try this again in a darker color, but to be honest, I'm not willing to risk it. And the thing is, I do like a lot of Kiko products. I think Kiko have some really good stuff, but this was just a miss for me. So I don't like this, and I wouldn't rebuy it. But in the same era of lip stains, I have the Sashu Lip Liner Stain. This is in the shade Pink, literally all gooped and dried out and gone. This obviously had like a viral moment, and I will say, I think personally, this is very, very worth it. It was really hard for me to choose the shade. This was a very pink shade on me, probably pinker than I would normally go for, and I know it's called Pinked, but hear me out, it's really hard to tell. I watched so many videos on it, but that looks really, really dark, and I was like trying to find someone with the same tones and things as me, but the hazel one looked too nude. But I think I might try the hazel one in the future. I wasn't using this as a lip liner, I was using it over my whole lip because I didn't like the very defined crisp stain look. I just wanted a whole tint. First step I would do in the morning when I'm doing my makeup is put this on and then just leave it like 15 minutes while I do my hair or while I do the rest of my makeup, and voila. I haven't rebought it yet just because I haven't got round to it and I'm trying to get through other lip products. But I think this is absolutely worth it. I followed Sashu on Instagram for years and years, since before they were available in the UK. So I'm actually really glad that I was able to get my hands on this. I do like this. I would rebuy it. And then last but not least, I'm going to finish on some shower gel. This is the Crisp Apple Original Sauce. This is lovely. It's a really like nice bright red faux apple flavour. It smells like a tango, but not in like an intrusive way, in like a nice natural way. Again, this was just a food shop shower gel delivery. Not much to write home about, but like really nice, really strong. I feel like with Original Sauce, you get like a really good scent from all their products. They're all very strong and they last a really long time. I wanted like an autumnal shower gel. So yeah, I do like this and I would rebuy it. And blimey, that is everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. That took me a really long time to film. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you are still here and still watching, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, feel free to comment, thumbs up, or subscribe if you might like to see the other content I do. I do some vlogging, I do some book reviews, that kind of thing. It's not always as heavily product centric as this one is. But yeah, I do appreciate you watching regardless. My upload schedule is every single Sunday and every other Wednesday. So you can turn the little bell on and do all that jazz if you fancy it. As always, I've linked all my socials in the description box below so you know where to find me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.